What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to TRU Raider Podcast. I'm your host, TRU Raider. Now, I just had to get in here and talk about this, man. I don't normally go live on a Monday. I usually wait till Tuesday for the Talk About Raiders Tuesday. Tomorrow, it's my kid's birthday, man, and so I'm not going to be able to go on tomorrow. I figured might as well go live right now because we have breaking news. Desmond, high-stakes Ritter. Man. All right, so it is time to get rid of Garbage Minshew, man. Time to get rid of Garbage Minshew. Jeffrey, salute. What's going on? Got William, Jackson, Serge. What's going on? Matthew, Jaquan, salute, man. What's going on? Now, there's a couple things, man, that I want to pull up, man, but there's too much to talk about, man, and not enough. Too much and not enough at the same time, man. You know, and that it's getting weird. It's getting weird because Desmond Ritter has been on the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. Now, I got to tell you guys, we are in a state of desperation if we are looking to the practice squad of the Cardinals for a quarterback right now. So it is official. Aiden O'Connell is going to be on the IR, which means, well, with that broken thumb, what we are left with is Garbage Minshew, right? And that is not great, man. That is not great at all. I was actually trying to put in Garner Minshew in the search bar, and I was putting Garbage Minshew. And that sucks, man, because I liked that we signed Garner Minshew, honestly, when we first started out. But the way it's looking right now, man, it's been brutal, honestly, to have him on the team, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and share a screen. Jeffrey, I personally like the Desmond Ritter signing. He has the highest upside in the quarterback room. I think he does, man. I think he does. See, the one year we don't carry 4 or 5 QBs, man. Yeah, dude. Shocker, salute to you for the follow. Salute. We also got Brendan, salute for the follow. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on screen. If you're on TikTok, sorry, I can't pull it up yet on TikTok. TikTok's not letting me do desktop. Joe, salute to you for the follow. Mr. J. Magoo, salute for the follow. That's what's up. No receivers, no QB, and a coach watching his ship sink. Your season was over week 3. All right, Chad. I mean, that's all right. That's all right. Chuck, I see Cannibal Chuck up in the building. What's up? Hey, as a Lions fan, I respect you, Raiders. That's what's up. Dang, I can't even keep up with y'all. Jordan Santos with the follow. Salute. We got D with the follow. Hey, shout out to y'all for supporting. So I'm gonna pull this up on the screen real quick so I can read it, man. I'm gonna start off with Gardner Minshew stats, right? See, Gardner Minshew, what we're looking at, you know, is like last year for the Colts, he played 17 games and he had a 62% completion percentage, 3,300 passing yards, 15 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. He was sacked 34 times. But if you look at this year, in just 6 games, Gardner Minshew has thrown for 1,100 yards. He's 65% completion percentage, but 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, man. I mean, it's just been brutal watching what's happening because he's looking worse than Jimmy Garoppolo did. Primo Sally, would you trade Addison for Madison or Dobbins? What? Madison for Dobbins. I mean, Josh Dobbins, he's pretty good, man. Yeah, our first round QB was Jawalris Russell, right? So, you know, Garbage Minshew, man, he's a guy that we can't have starting on this team. We can't have him playing. You could just see it. Antonio Pierce has no poker face, right? And so Antonio Pierce, it was very, very clear in the presser today, if you didn't get a chance to see it, that he's so done with Gardner Minshew, man. It is bad. The only reason why we ended up signing Desmond Ritter is because Antonio Pierce does not want to roll forward with garbage Minshew, man. He just doesn't. So that is a state of desperation, right? That is, we are doing bad if we are signing a quarterback who is sitting on a practice squad, man. Wyatt Cannon, salute for the follow. Let's see. Will this guy help us? NPC, honestly, at this point, it couldn't get any worse, right? It could not get any worse. We had people all over social media all day, yesterday and today, saying, start Carter Bradley. If you don't know who Carter Bradley is, that says it all, right? Carter Bradley is an undrafted free agent who is actually the son of Gus Bradley. And he ended up, he came on, he's on our practice squad, and he's not getting elevated, right? And there's a reason for that. He's not NFL ready, right? Desmond Ridder, however, he played pretty good for the Falcons. And the measurables are pretty good, 6'3", 207. He's only 25 years old. And last year for the Falcons, he played 15 games, completion percentage of 64.2, 2,800 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions with 31 sacks. Now, this looks exactly the same, right? And 12 fumbles, right, Christian? So, it's not like Desmond Ridder coming over to the Raiders is like, oh, our savior is here and we're finally going to go to the playoffs and he's going to win us a Super Bowl. Like, that is not what's happening. Them signing Desmond Ridder says three things. Aiden O'Connell is going to be out for a while, right? That's number one. Number two is Carter Bradley is not ready to start in the NFL. And then number three is that Antonio Pierce does not want to start garbage Minshew. And that's just, it is what it is, right? Franco, Riddler can't be any worse than Minshew. And that is facts. That is facts. See, Lil Lime saying Riddler is good, trust me. And there's a lot of people who are Falcons fans who are like, man, we loved Riddler, Ritter. We loved Ritter, right? And Desmond Ridder, if you've ever watched some highlights on him, highlights don't say a whole lot, right? Highlights are like, oh, let's show all the good stuff. And when he's playing well, right? The Diddler, Desmond Diddler. Yo, who put that in there, man? Carlos ENT, the Diddler, dude. Ritter really has potential bad rep because of bad coaching, because Arthur Smith play calling. And that's the thing, man, is that he's going to come into Luke Getsy, right? And how's that going to look with Luke Getsy? We're not going to get Will Levis. We're not going to get Bryce Young. Chiefs about to put up 50 on the Raiders. Desmond Ridder has nothing to do with our defense, but if we go in there with Gardner Minshew, yeah, the Chiefs are going to stomp all over us, and it's going to be ugly because our defense is going to be so friggin' tired. Because right now, the defense is carrying the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce looking in the slump, man. Tank for Sanders or Ward. Jerome, we don't got a tank. We do not got a tank, man. Jeffrey, Desmond Ridder and Tucker are friends as well, so they might have some chemistry there, and I'm excited to see that. I did not know that, Jeffrey. So Desmond Ridder and Trey Tucker being friends. Wow, I did not know. I actually really like that, man. Big old dude with the follow. Salute, man. Someone let me know when the Raiders are actually good. Angela, you're going to have to wait at least a year, maybe two. It is possible. We've seen some teams draft a quarterback, and then all of a sudden it starts clicking, right? And at this point, man, I think that Luke Getsy is going to be the fall guy. They're going to say, hey, Luke Getsy's the reason. Antonio Pierce is going to say, I'm a defensive-minded coach. Our defense was clicking, and the only times our defense was not performing well is because they're absolutely gassed because of the turnovers and having to be on the field so much, yada, yada, yada. And then they're going to be able to get rid of Luke Getsy. We're going to have a shit ton of cap space, right? Right now we have $108 million of free cap space after Devontae Adams leaving. And with that, we are also going to have a high draft pick. So picking up Desmond Ridder, we did a good job of not signing somebody like Tannehill or something like that. Pedro with the follow, salute, salute. Um, this is happening for real. I thought it was fake. Drew Soto, this is real, man, which is crazy, dude. It's crazy. I saw it and I was barely about to leave work and I was like, Desmond Ritter, what? What? But Jeffrey, you're right, man. He was throwing to a bunch of nobodies on a Falcons team. I bet Devontae regretting his decision right now because Aaron Rodgers looks like trash. Yeah, imagine, getting beat by the Steelers on a 2-4 team, demanding to get traded to a 2-4 team, and then getting beat by the Steelers again. So both teams are 2-5, and he caught 3 passes for 30 yards. Devontae, man, I actually wanted him to get a ton of stats because if Devontae gets a ton of stats and ends up being a first or second team All-Pro, and the Jets have an awful record, that means that it turns into a second round pick and would be a high pick. Now, I think our best bet, man, is that we're probably, for the Jets to lose. And if the Jets just absolutely suck, then at least our third round pick that we traded Devontae for will at least be at the beginning of the third round or at least high up, man. Tannehill, let's see. Tannehill would have been a better pickup. Jackson, Riddler over Tannehill is kind of a weird decision. And the thing is that Tannehill, you're going to have to pay him, right? And also, this sends another signal to Raider Nation is that I don't think that they want to win games, man. Davis, salute, salute. What up, Raider Nation? One of the model Raiders in the building. Riddler, little Riddler is I keep saying Riddler, man. That's awful. Desmond Ritter is mobile. He just needs a bit better decision making. That's it. He had Arthur Smith at head coach. Let's see. Do Max a favor and let him go win a Super Bowl with Detroit. That's not going to happen. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, man. You guys on TikTok, salute to you, man. You guys are running this chat. I love that. How much worse could Ritter honestly be? He was cheap. He has a connection to Tucker. Big plus, and that's true, man. How much worse could it be, right? At this point, it's clear that AP wanted to put Aiden O'Connell in and he wanted to get rid of Gardner Minshew. And you could just see it, right? Aiden O'Connell came out with the injury, and as soon as they showed Gardner Minshew, right, the camera came to Gardner Minshew going onto the field, and it panned to Antonio Pierce. And the look on his face, man, he's got no poker face. You could just tell he was upset, man. He was not happy about that at all. Jeffrey, I actually like Ritter over Tannehill because there's a possibility that Ritter comes in and becomes the franchise guy. Now, I'm not going to take it that far. There's a lot of people out there that like Desmond Ritter enough that they, believe that this could be a possibility. My personal feelings about it is that they want to keep Gardner Minshew off the field. I have a feeling that we're going to see a start by Desmond Ritter immediately. And then it's going to be Desmond Ritter and Aiden O'Connell battling for that, number one job for the rest of the season. And I don't know what kind of money we're throwing at him or how long. I have a feeling it's just for the rest of the year, man. Kyle, salute to you for the follow. Chutch, yeah, I believe he's going to start on Sunday. Don't let this distract you from Jordan Love winning MVP. Okay. Who's your least favorite team? Of course, the Chiefs. A lot of people beef with the Niners, man, and I get it. We got old school stuff, Battle of the Bay. But the thing is, man, is that we're no longer in the Bay. We are no longer in the Bay. And so, like, now all the old school and, like, California fans, they still hold on to that rivalry with the Niners. For me, I've been a fan since 2001. I was 14 years old, and I never really had beef with them, man. I really didn't. The Chiefs, Broncos, they can eat one. Phoenix Outlaw, salute to you for the follow, man. Anyone is better than Minshew at this point. Jesus with the haymaker. What do you think about Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray, Speedy, Kyler Murray, I don't know, man. I think that the dude's not as committed. He's not quite a Jamarcus Russell, but he just seems really not super focused. Like football is his number one thing, man. And I get it, man. People get in the NFL and they get their bag and they're like, yeah, this is good enough. I don't think that Kyler Murray's ever going to be that guy that really strives to be the best that he could absolutely be. I don't think he's ever going to do it. Evelyn, win, lose, or draw, dude, we bleed silver and black. Raider Nation for life. Shout out to Speedy for the follow. NPC, shout out with the follow. Yeah, is he better than Minshew? I don't know, man. Honestly, at this point, like going into the season, if you had told me in the offseason, that should we sign Gardner Minshew or Desmond Ridder? All day, I was going to say Gardner Minshew. We need to get Gardner Minshew. Why would we get Desmond Ridder, right? But then now it's looking quite different, man. Now it's like, Desmond Ridder, man, he's looking quite good compared to Gardner Minshew, man. Jeffrey, the reason I say he could become the franchise guy is because Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Geno Smith, all three did it on the third or fourth team. Jeffrey, you got a great point with that. Shout out to Jeffrey. And that's actually really good news, right? Because I didn't even think about it that way, right? These are guys, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, all of these guys were thought to have been, these are draft busts. These are, these guys are maybe going to be a career backup at best. And then all of a sudden they're having these big breakout years, man. And that's I like your thinking there, man. I like your thinking. So Tucker and Ridder played in college together. Yeah? Did they? I did not know that, man. I want to look that up, man. Desmond Ridder. Anyway, I don't want to get dead air time right now, man. But yeah, dude. Oh, it's Cincinnati. Oh shit. Here we go, man. Kenneth, thank you for looking that up for me, man. I'm slow to that. Let's see. What did the Raiders pay Ridder? I don't think that they've released that, man. This just happened a couple hours ago, man. I don't think that we're gonna be able to find anything that says that. Let's see, Google's giving me some garbage. It's giving me Marcus Mariota. Where did I put Mariota in the search bar? Thanks, Google. I mean, it's saying that his 2024 salary cap charge is $225,000. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything. This is like the old stuff. I mean, he's going to be super cheap, is what it comes down to, right? Desmond Ridder is not going to cost crap. He's been on a practice squad. He's grateful to have an opportunity to get out on a team, on a roster, and then not only that, but he has a chance to start. Going from a practice squad to maybe starter, crazy, man. Yeah, Jeffrey. Yes, they did. That's why I'm excited to see the chemistry. And if they still have that chemistry, and that's like a lot of people don't like Carson Beck. And the big appeal for me with Carson Beck is just that he has the chemistry already with Brock Bowers, right? That's about it, man. Batman, dude, why can't we sign good players? Man, it's the middle of the season. There ain't no superstar quarterbacks out there that are going to pull us out of the dumps for this year. And it is what it is, man. So right now it's like Desmond Ridder or Gardner Minshew. Right? We could have gone out and got Tannehill, but like, whatever, Gus, salute to you for the follow, man. Winning games only hurts us at this point. We need the highest draft pick, Jesus. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not Team Tank. I don't want to see the Raiders lose. But at this point, man, if we lose, cool, we get a higher draft pick. If we win, cool, we win, right? So I'm not going to be upset either way, man. I'm not going to get emotionally charged about anything like that. Let's see, man. Rocky, to be honest, I wish we would have drafted Spencer Rattler. And see, that would have been a smart move, right? If we had drafted Spencer Rattler, I think we would have had to get him in the third round, though, if my memory serves correctly, which isn't always the best, right? But yeah, I think we would have had to get him in the third round, which means we would not have got DJ Glaze. Right now, it's arguable that we need a quarterback more than we need a right tackle. But DJ Glaze is like winning that starting right tackle spot as a rookie. And so I think that that's going to be one of those pickups that we're really glad that we ended up with. We might end up being moving on from Colton Miller, man. I don't know. He's looking awful. Darren Mumford might win that job. So we'll see how this goes, man. Little line with the follow salute, man. Trying to keep up with his chat, man. Jeffrey, the Dolphins didn't even sign Ryan Tannehill, and he played for them. And that said something to me. Yeah, I mean, and that happens like a lot. Like, from my understanding, the thing with Desmond Ridder is that he got beat out for the job, for the second job, right? Because the Falcons or the third job rather, because the Falcons right now they have or no, he's on the Cardinals, right? So who is that the backup for the Cardinals? Let me know somebody who's the second string. Jorge with the follow salute. But yeah, he got beat out for that second string spot, ended up hitting the practice squad. And honestly, I don't know anything about that second string quarterback for the Cardinals, but he's probably better than garbage Minshew. Let's see. Greg Rock. Ritter is young and Tannehill is old out of gas. You know, Tannehill would probably come in and play better than Ritter at this point. But I mean, you're going to get Ritter for super cheap. They're saving their cap space, right? And it's a smart move to save that cap space. Jeffrey, it's a second-year quarterback Clayton Tune. Oh yeah. Clayton Tune's the one that beat out Ritter for that spot. Salute to you. Kenneth, hopefully Brady can work with these guys and show them how to read defenses and break down film. Would help us if he is allowed to. There's on one hand, there's a lot of hope that Brady is going to be able to help with some kind of football decisions because Mark Davis does not know football, absolutely does not know football. And he's been, ever since he took over for Al Davis, he's been trying to find somebody to come in here and make the football decisions. And it's just not working out and not working out. And, I think that that's part of what he's trying to do with Tom Brady, bringing him in, is he wants somebody that can make the football decisions while he makes the financial decisions. Because while Mark Davis seems like an idiot, moving to Vegas financially was a huge move for his bank account. Now, as far as home games and the Raider fan base, is an awful move, right? So he doesn't know the football side, but he definitely, he's making this team actually worth something financially, right? Let's see. Dude, some people are obsessed. Raiders 7990 followed. Salute. The Chiefs are going to win next. KPN, you're not wrong, man. I'd be surprised if we go in there and get a dub against the Chiefs, man. I'm not even going to try to like lie right now or hype us up in that game. Like, we're getting smashed by teams like the Rams. You know what I'm saying? We're losing to the Rams. But that would be the most Raider fucking thing to do, right? Is to lose to the Panthers, lose to the Rams, lose to the Broncos, and then show up and beat the Chiefs. Like, that's the kind of Raider shit that we end up doing, man. It's like I don't know, man. Would I love to see that? I would love to watch us beat the Chiefs. Do I think that winning is the best thing for us right now? Probably not. It's probably not. Dang, man, you guys are blowing up the chat. I'm way behind, man. I'm trying to catch up. I don't want to skip too many people. Olivia with the gift sending 2 roses. Hey, salute to you. Thank you, Olivia. I appreciate it. For real, for real. Big Papa's just give up on the season. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of there, honestly, and I'm not team tank, right? I don't want to see us tank, especially intentionally. But at this point, especially with this Luke Getzey led offense, and we're doing things like signing Desmond Ritter. Yeah, man. I mean, we don't have to tank on purpose, man. We're gonna lose. It just is what it is. Jeffrey, I hope Jack Jones bounces back. We get an interception or two. Jack Jones is looking awful. He's looking very Marcus Peters out there, man, and it's awful to see because I really thought that Jack Jones was going to be this guy that really stepped up for the Raiders this year. I really thought that he was going to be a Pro Bowl caliber cornerback, and he's just not, man. He's being lazy. He's getting beat in coverage. He's not tackling right. He's trying to punch out balls when he's not even close, man. It's brutal, man. Franco with the follow, salute. Antonio with the follow, salute to you. Olivia Carr, silver and black all day. Oh man, I'm way behind. Sam Cox saying, using your logic, Jeffrey, Minshew can be a franchise since he is on his third or fourth team. And that's the thing, Sam Cox, is that's what a lot of people thought was going to happen. Everybody's like, oh man, he's going to pull a Rich Gannon and he's going to be this journeyman quarterback and come in here and he's going to absolutely take over, have this breakout year with the Raiders now that he has weapons to throw to and he has Devontae Adams. And look where that got us, man. Devontae Adams asked out, and I don't know, man. I thought from the get that we should have started Aiden O'Connell, but I figured, they're 1A and 1B, right? But Gardner Minshew came out here and has played awful, right? He's played so bad that it's like I don't want to see him touch the field ever again. I thought, it'll be at least cool to have Gardner Minshew as a backup moving forward because it's a no-brainer. We're going to continue to try to search for a franchise quarterback, right? But now I don't even want him to be our backup, man. I would rather, Aiden O'Connell or even Desmond Ritter to be our backup long term while we go out and we get a young rookie, man. Anthony, salute, man. What's up? I'm so done. Forgot my what perdition this season. Aiden out 4 to 6 weeks, broken thumb. It's gonna be Booger Eater. No, it's gonna be Desmond Ritter time, man. Let's see. Is Ritter any good? Never watched him. He's all right, man. I don't know, man. Olivia shared the live with more than 5 friends. Salute to you, man. Yeah, share this out there. And if you guys have not yet done it, get them shields up. That means hit them hearts, hit them thumbs up, or whatever it looks like on whatever platform. Right now, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Purple app, we're on TikTok. I'm just trying to see what works, where the nation is, man. It looks like the nation's on TikTok, which trips me out, man. I didn't think that was going to be a thing. Awesome. We should get Tannehill. We talked about that already. It's not going to happen. He's going to cost too much for what we're doing. See, as soon as he was in the practice squad, so I'm sure he's cheap. Yeah, man. Olivia, I wonder why some people love it when we're still in Oakland and Las Vegas. I mean, at this point, man, it seemed to me like Oakland, like the fan base was there, but like it always bothered me that we had to share a stadium with the A's. Like half our season we were playing in dirt, and I always felt like almost like a disrespect from that. It's like how come like the Raiders can't have their own spot? And like I can't trash on the Coliseum, man, but like I don't know, man. It just like I love that we have Allegiant Stadium. I wish that we could have set up something more like that in Oakland. That would have been proper. Sam Cox with the follow. Salute, man. Everybody looks to be looking for Sanders or Cam Ward. Jeffrey, but also Gardner Minshew was a 6th-round pick, not a 3rd-round pick. There's a difference. Well, there is and there isn't, right? Because if you look at Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the draft, dude's doing great, right? You got Tom Brady was a 6th rounder. So 6 round picks, they can get it done, right? It's possible, but it's very rare. 3rd round pick, you're more likely to have better production. You know, dang, Mike Evans went out with a hamstring injury. Brutal, man. Is he trying to get a trade or what? Oh man. Minshew is awful along with questionable play calling. And awesome, you're right, man. It's been brutal, man. The play calling is awful. Luke needs to get the F out of here, like for real. But Garner Minshew is just he looks shook, man. His confidence is completely gone. He looks like, have you ever seen like an abused dog? When somebody just like totally abuses the crap out of a dog and they just look so shook all the time. It's like that's what he looks like, man. And it sucks to see that because last year with the Colts, he's running into the touchdown and he's shaking it and he's like super hyped up, man. And that's not the Garner Minshew we have. And I can't, and we may never know what it really is, right? What's really caused this. And actually, I would have a lot more respect for Gardner Minshew if he came out and took the fines and just went ahead and said it and been like, it's because Luke Getsy is garbage and they did this and that, or if he even said AP was the problem or whatever it may be, right? It's like if he came out and told the truth about what's actually happening instead of like this whole politically correct PR move that everybody does. They get up on the microphone and they say all the nice things, and they don't want to get fines. It's like I would have more respect for him if he just came out and said it, man. Hey, Minshew's garbage going to get the wide receivers killed. Scott, salute to you for the follow. Looking for MJ, salute to you for the follow. Ratman, do you think Crosby will ever leave? I think the only way that Crosby leaves is if the Raiders decide that they want to go out and get something for him. We Crosby is a very, very strong individual. And so Crosby is not going to be like a Devontae Adams and pull a diva move like that right away. However, if we continue to just be in this like what the fuck is happening kind of thing, I could see a world where a year or two down the road, Crosby says, you know what, I've finally had enough. One of Max Crosby's goals is to be the best Raiders defensive player of all time. And really, if he sticks with the Raiders, he could be that. If he leaves, he'll never get that. Jeffrey, I didn't understand why we didn't have more plays of moving the pocket for Garner because that's what he did so well with the Colts. The thing is that Luke Getsy sucks, right? And there was a big debate is like, are we going to have, is it that Justin Fields sucked? Is it that Luke Getsy sucked? Well, Justin Fields led the Steelers to 4-2 before Russell Wilson came back in, which Russell Wilson did look better than Justin Fields out there. So he's going to be the starter moving forward. But it was very clear that it's like, well, Justin Fields is playing good over here and we suck. So it's got to be Luke Getsy, right? Chris, one of the model Raiders, what's up? What's up? Chris, I wanted to get to you, man, because you were the one that was following up and asking about my dog, right? You were asking how's the dog doing, and I told you it's a developing situation. So we went through this whole process. For those of you that weren't there, man, during a live stream, my dog was yapping in the other room. My wife took care of it, but we didn't know what was going on. And there was no breaks, there was no nothing, but she wouldn't put weight on her left front paw and had it curled up, and it was weird. And we took her in, and they couldn't figure out what was going on at first, and then they discovered that it was actually a dislocated shoulder. So they were able to pop it back in. She's still kind of in a recovery process where she's not being able to put a lot of weight on it, but man, doing a lot better. So salute to you, Chris. Salute to you. Anthony Devontae, still the same yesterday. Yeah, looking like all messed up on the sideline. Like, what did I get myself into? 3 receptions for 30 yards. That's what he got himself into. Let's see. KJR, salute for the follow. Mark Davis does not make football decisions. Ali G, he allows the GMs to make the decisions, and we haven't picked the right GMs. And that's exactly it. And I don't think that Telesco is the right GM. Yeah, he did great with Brock Bowers, JPJ, and DJ Glaze. Did great there. But he's also the one that wanted to start Gardner Minshew. You know what I'm saying? Bro, your dog just got out of hospital, man. I get it, man. It's pricey too, man. I hope your dog's okay. For real, for real. Anthony, bro, I already heard he's already being a diva in New York. I would not be surprised if Devontae Adams is already being a diva out there, man. See, Mike, I think adding Brady and Seymour was an awesome decision, and nobody's really talking about Richard Seymour, who's a former Raider, is also part of that deal where Brady came in to get a piece of the ownership pie, man. So yeah, at this point, man, I'm not going to have too much of an opinion. I'm hopeful, but we'll see what happens. I have a feeling that it's going to ultimately be good. Maybe if Tom Brady is somewhat of like the the NFL darling, if he's still that even a little bit, maybe it'll rub off on the Raiders, and we can get some winning seasons out of it, man. Yeah, Chris, we signed a 6'3" mobile QB, and that's what people want, right? People have been wanting a mobile QB, man. Yeah, Felipe, we're gonna end up with a first rounder. That's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, you want a 6'11", 7'10" team forever. That's Raiders' problem, never getting a real young QB. And that has been a big problem, right? Our most recent franchise quarterback, somebody posted on Facebook this list of all the Raiders quarterbacks in the last like 25 years or something like that. Maybe it was 30 years. I don't know, man. It was disgusting. Like, we've been having a lot of 1 or 2 year QBs, only one first rounder in there, I think. Derek Carr was the shining knight in shining armor. And, he had some good seasons, right? But he was also a second round pick. So like there's like we need to get out there and get one of these young QBs, man. I wanted Jaden Daniels. People said I was stupid. Jeffrey, I saw some rumors that people were saying that John Gruden might come in as an offensive coordinator, but I doubt that would ever happen for a couple reasons, mainly because of ego. I don't think it would work out. Miggy G with the follow. Salute. Bro, here we go again. Raider Aaron. Why boy signed Tyrod Taylor? What's up with Tyrod Taylor? What you talking about, Raider Aaron? Nobody thought Zigzag Zeke. Nobody thought Minshew was going to be a franchise QB. Trust me, being a content creator, there was tons of people like, oh, he's going to be the next Rich Gannon and going off on all this stuff, man. Going off on all kinds of stuff. It was crazy, man. Let's see. Anthony, who do you want in first pick? Right now, I like Cam Ward, but I really haven't gotten into enough tape to really make a very good decision. But right now, Cam Ward is definitely what I'm leaning towards. Chris for Raiders, do you think he will start? Desmond Ritter, yeah, I think he's going to start, man. You could just see in that presser from earlier today, Antonio Pierce was like, he's so done with garbage Minshew, man. Like, he does not want that dude on the field at all. It's getting to the point where he's even taking little stabs at him in like a, totally PC PR kind of way. But like, yeah, it's very, very clear he doesn't want him on the field. So I think them bringing Desmond Ritter in, if he does not start against the Chiefs, he will start the next game. I have a feeling that they're just going to throw him in against the Chiefs. And it's going to be like trial by fire, man. Jeffrey, remember when we thought that Connor Cook, what's going to be the franchise? I don't even want to talk about it, man. Jonathan Moreno, salute, man. The last Raider drafted QB that really did anything before Carr was Snake. We've had some bad luck with quarterbacks, man. Anthony, who called you stupid about getting Jaden Daniels, who in the nation didn't want him? Look at him now. He's balling, man. Yeah, the thing is, man, is that people were like, we can't give up draft capital, we can't this and that. And I wasn't doing lives at that point, man. I was just doing videos, and people would be all up in the comments on those, man, like talking trash, dude. Like, you're stupid, you don't know football. Why would you want to give up all that draft capital? It's like, because if you do not secure the franchise quarterback, you're screwed, right? So I don't care what number we're picking at. I'd be fine if we also traded away draft picks to get up and get a QB, as long as we're sure it's going to be that guy, right? Jane Daniels showed so much promise in his college tape and just everything that he was doing, and then he is Antonio Pierce's guy, right? And so like that connection, yeah, dude, that's the one that got away, man. And that is what it is. Let's see. Dang, man, I'm way behind. Way behind. Air Wrecker, is this a good thing? It's not a bad thing. That's for sure. Are the Raiders getting a wide receiver and a QB? We might end up picking up a wide receiver, man. Really, if Jacoby Myers gets back out on the field, he's going to be like the number one guy. But really, Brock Bowers is our number one guy. He just is, and it's going to take a lot to get somebody that's going to be better than that. Can the Riddler beat the Chiefs? I honestly, I don't know, man. I do not know. Battle of the Garbage, Nate, man. Jeez, man, I am like way behind. I'm trying to catch up, man. Ray, salute to you for the follow. Machiavelli with the follow. Salute. Ruben with the follow. He played like shit yesterday. Yeah, Minshew was awful, man. Awful. Gunsmoke, salute, man. Jeffrey, Terrell Pryor had that one good year at receiver for the Browns, if that counts. Man. Why you gotta bring up old shit, man? I definitely don't want Sanders. He's already showing that he's a diva in college. We don't need that on the team. And it looks like, Brady has been like a mentor to him, and Mark Davis loves Shedeur Sanders because really that's a money-making QB for him, right? So there's a lot of things like that kind of point towards we might end up with him. And I also see some people saying that should get Shedeur Sanders, bring in Dion as a offensive coordinator. I don't see Deion Sanders wanting to be under AP, so there's a lot of drama that can come from that. There could also be good, man, I don't know. Let's see, Israel, I don't think Ritter is an upgrade. I don't think he's really an upgrade either, but kind of. Over Minshew, yes. Over Aiden O'Connell, no. I think Aiden O'Connell's better than Ritter, but he's also mobile, so Purdy is overrated. Well, if you look now at the 49ers and they don't have Christian McCaffrey, and then Brandon Ayuk just got a broken leg, Deebo Samuel's been out, and they got an awful record, man. Gunsmoke, can we please get an O-line figured out, please, for the love of all that is holy? And that's been a big one, right? Is that like during the offseason, I said we needed to get rid of Colton Miller. People roasted me for that one. I was pissed off that we re-signed Andre James, and people were like, oh, well, he was a top 10 center. Top 10 at what? Getting beat? Getting pushed on his ass? Like, that dude gets beat left and right, man. I almost said some fucked up shit. Gotta keep it PG, man. Damn. But yeah, man, it's brutal, man. Like, what it comes down to is that if we don't, I think that we need to move Jackson Powers Johnson over center. We need to pick up on a left guard and then move Thayer Mumford over to left tackle, man. I think Colton Miller's cooked, man. Christopher Raiders, Sanders is calming down a little. I think with the right direction, he could be in the right space, man. Some of the things I've heard aren't really favorable, but it is what it is, man. Chris for Raiders, Ritter is a step up from turnover Minshew. Yeah, garbage Minshew, that's exactly what he is, man. Adam Schefter said the trade is going through for what? Colts had an offensive line. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Jesse Apodaca with the follow salute, man. Raider P, it starts with the GM. We basically cut Jacobs, who wanted 6 mil, to pay Minshew 12 mil. Bad move. Yeah, well, basically, part of that whole thing was that Josh Jacobs said, hey, I'll sign for less. And I think it was 8 million actually. But he was like, yeah, I'll sign for less, but you got to promise me that you're going to go out there and get a quarterback. And Tom Telesco was like, take the deal from Green Bay, right? That says everything you need to know about Tom Telesco. And honestly, it's starting to look really fishy, right? Like, I don't know that Tom Telesco was ever brought in here to do anything real for this season. It almost seems like there's like this like low key intentional tank going on from certain people in the staff. And it seems like people like AP looks confused as shit, right? And I think part of why he looks lost as shit out there is because he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's like, why is this happening? you know, but it could just be that he's inexperienced, and I don't really know. I'm not a guy that's gonna like, be thumping for AP saying like he's the man, he's gonna be all this. I think that AP during the offseason, it looked like, hey, you know what? This could be the guy that could lead the Raiders back to greatness, right? And so far, he has not proven that. He has not proven that at all. And I'm not going to give him that credit before he can prove it, man. That's just what it comes down to, man. I'm not going to do that. Anthony didn't really make sense. 2 minutes in the fourth down, 7-4 plays at the goal line and can't score. Who was guarding us during the drive? The whole just make your way in, and they didn't use Madison for that. They awful play calling, awful execution by Garner Minshew. And after we got that penalty that moved us back, right? We're on the 4th and 4, and they were going to run a play, and we got a false start, DJ Glaze. So we moved back to the 9-yard line. And at that point, Antonio Pierce made a decision. He went, oh shit, Gardner Minshew can't do this. Not doing it, right? Which ultimately turned out to be a bad decision. I get what he was thinking, right? And I think a lot of other teams could have pulled that off, right? Teams with good coordinators and a good quarterback could kick a field goal because you're down by 8, right? So if you score a touchdown, you got to get a 2-point conversion. So you got to get in the end zone twice just to tie the game. So it's like, all right, there's like 240 left on the clock. Kick a field goal, make it a 5-point game. We hold them to a 3-and-out. We get the ball back. We use our 3 timeouts, and then we'll do a 2-minute drill, get down the field and score. But with Gardner Minshew and Luke Getsy, it ain't happening. It just ain't happening, And so, like, if you take a team, a Derek Carr led team, right? If you took a Jordan Love led team, if you took a Patrick Mahomes led team, if you took maybe an Aaron Rodgers, maybe a couple years ago, Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. If you took one of these teams that actually has a good clutch quarterback, they can get down the field in 2 minutes and score. So, I mean, it was reasonable, except the same faith that he didn't have in Garner Minshew to put the ball in the end zone 2 times in a row also shouldn't have had that same faith that he's going to get us down the field to score another touchdown with less than 2 minutes, Jeffrey, yeah, but you think you got to think Sanders' father and college coach is telling everybody he's coming back because they're going to give him money. And that's facts, man. That is facts. Jonathan, does anybody know the story with tight end Myers? Not really, man. I know that his family contacted the Raiders and said, hey, this guy this is an issue that he's dealt with in the past and it's come back. And that's all the news that we really have. It's some personal issue. My feeling is that it's probably mental health related, but I don't really know, and I don't think anybody really knows at this point, man. So who knows when he'll even return if he does. David Gallegos, it does not matter anymore. We will not win another game. If you guys look down the schedule and think about how this Raiders team has been playing, can you honestly tell me that there's more than one or two games in there that it looks like we'll win? Because, like, I had us projected to win 10 games at the beginning of the season, and I don't feel that way anymore. I don't, man. I was trying to stand by that, but didn't JJ T got there? No, it's actually Tom Telesco. It came out. I think that I want to say it was Mitchell Renz. I'm not sure who talked about it, man. That it actually came out that Josh Jacobs wanted to stay, and Tom Telesco told him, "Now go ahead and walk because we're not getting a quarterback," which is brutal. Chris, it was funny when they put Minshew in. I told my wife, turnover time. 4 plays later, I was right. Ain't that the truth, man? That's brutal, dude. That hurts for real. I knew it was going to be a bad game as soon as that happened, man. So you're telling me there's a chance with Ritter? He was a decent QB in Cincinnati, and we just discovered that he had a connection with Trey Tucker, man. Yeah, Jaden is hurt. He's got a rib injury, but he's not going to be out for long. The Raider Shield, salute to you for the follow, man. I'm gonna try to catch up a little bit on TikTok, man. I'm super behind. Omaro, Omar, salute for the follow, man. Let's see. Rams fans up in here, man. That's weird, man. Yeah, Rich Gannon was fired. That's when I became a fan, man. Back in the Rich Gannon days. Cadillac J with the follow, salute, man. Lamarcus Russell, yeah, Jawalrus Russell, man. I'm gonna try to like skip a bunch of. Sorry if I'm missing a bunch of messages, man. Trade for Mariota, Arturo, no. I mean, I guess he's been doing pretty good in Jaden Daniels' absence, but yeah, we'll see, man. Raider Drox, AP is ass. I mean, there's a lot of factors into it, right? And I don't think AP is going to get the full blame. Even Mark Davis came out and was like, yeah, basically, Antonio Pierce, essentially, it's his first year as a coach. You got to give him time to learn, blah, blah, blah. And it's very clear that Antonio Pierce is going to get a second year, right? Unless we're in some position, right, where we have a high draft pick and all this cap space and some coach comes working out of the woodwork and says, hey, I want to be your guy. And it might just be, you know, a situation that Davis can't turn down, man. You know? Yeah, the injuries have been just crazy. Where's Jared Stidham? He is on the bench on the Broncos. Brandon Perez with the follow. Salute, man. Let's see. I'm so behind, man. Raider P with the follow. Salute, man. Diego Cruz, good content, bro. Salute to you, man. I appreciate it. The Raider Shield, I predicted 8-9 games. Yeah, I figured that our basement was gonna be like 8 and that our ceiling was like 12. And I was wrong. I was wrong. OC Nation with the Raiders. Let's go, man. Let's go. Um Gunsmoke, my timeline is all screwed up this season. What do you mean your timeline, man? I mean, yeah, everything's all screwed up. OC Nation, it could have worked if AP knew how to manage a game. AP don't know how to use timeouts. And that's facts, man. There's a lot of questionable things that AP is doing that, okay, it's a rookie coach. He's going to make these mistakes. But, like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to try to defend Antonio Pierce right now. I'm not. He needs to prove to me that he's worth defending, and that's just what it is. I think that's 31 Chris 702. Salute for the follow, man. Do you do guest requests? Honestly, man, I'm so new to the TikTok game, man. I don't even know what guest requests are. Straight up, man. Educate me. One Nation, Raider for life. Salute for the follow, man. How old are you? I'm 37, man. 37. Let's see, man. Trying to keep up with two different spots at the same time, man. TikTok said I need to get like up there a little bit more before I can do desktop lives, and I can add it to StreamYard, which will be great. But at this moment, it's making me do it on the phone. So I'm trying to do the chat on the phone and the chat on the computer, trying to keep up with everything to the best of my ability, man. Raider Drox, AP is not going to get fired because he's black. Wow. I shouldn't even read that, man. Come on, man. Christopher Raider to the rescue, 10-game win streak. Then I woke up. Smash them likes. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Needed some humor after all that, man. Let's see. Moose, I feel like this pickup makes sense. We only had 2 on the roster. We're more than a QB away, though. We are, man, but really we get a good quarterback and a somewhat decent offensive coordinator, and all of a sudden there's a big shift, right? Because we do still have a good defense, right? A lot of what is happening with this defense, I mean, yeah, we're playing good at the beginning of games and then, falling short at the end. And part of that is that, even though the time of possession looks good on paper, it's like the eye test says it all. We're getting these weird turnovers and the defense is just kind of they're getting gassed, man, Hendo, I'd like to see a team take a shot on Trey Lance. Would rather watch him than Ritter. I think Trey Lance he's going to cost more cap space. You're going to have to draft capital for him, and we're not trying to keep Trey Lance or Desmond Ritter for our starting quarterback next year. We're just not, right? So this is just patching holes in a sinking ship, man. That's all that is, man. Yeah, man. Jeffrey, I was upset when we didn't go out and get Spencer Rattler. He looked good for his first 2 starts. And that's true, right? And he did make some rookie mistakes and things like that. But what it comes down to is Spencer Rattler is definitely better than Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. Now, is Spencer Rattler somebody that we could see being our starting quarterback moving forward? Probably not. I don't think Spencer Rattler is going to be a starting QB. I think he's going to have a career more like a Desmond Ritter or, one of these guys that ends up bouncing from team to team being a backup. Anthony, last year people were all pissed about getting Jimmy. I was trying to calm them down because I really liked Jimmy in San Francisco. Let me down bad last year, but for sure rather have Jimmy better QB1. And that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot. But really what it came down to, man, is, and I was thinking about this, right, on my drive to work this morning, actually, is like Jimmy G was on the 49ers and he was playing pretty damn well, and then because he went in when Trey Lance got injured, he played really well, and then he ended up getting injured. Brock Purdy comes in, the rest is history, right? We get Jimmy G, he comes over here and he plays like crap. Anthony Richardson on the Colts gets injured. Gardner Minshew gets a starting job. He plays really well. And then he comes over here, plays like crap. And this is under 2 different offensive coordinators. What is that, right? Why is it that both these quarterbacks were playing really well where they were, came over here, all of a sudden they're crap, right? Because you can't say, oh, it's the offensive coordinator, because they had 2 different ones, right? I don't know what happened there, man. Jeffrey, it seems like Kevin Spansky is on his way out of Cleveland, and that's the guy I really want as a head coach. The way that the Browns, I mean, just everything with that whole trade for Deshaun Watson and how they look right now, like, I can't say I have confidence in anybody that comes from over there, man. Can't say it, man. Petition for Kaepernick. AP Moose, AP is learning for sure, but the main problem is Getsy. And that is facts, right? AP, yeah, he's making mistakes and he's learning, he's in the process. But I mean, Luke Getsy is garbage, like absolute garbage. Like there's no way that we should have ever even considered him coming over from the Bears. I don't care who we had or didn't have. We should have brought Bo Hardegree back instead of Luke Getsy. Now, from my understanding and what people are saying is that Luke Getsy has good plays, but he just cannot call a game. And if that's the case, like, okay, AP took him off the field, moved him up to the skybox. Okay, cool. He's calling plays from up there. He said in the presser today that he's going to keep him up there. But I don't know how that's going to look moving forward, man. I really don't, man. Yes, win, lose, or tie. Always Raiders. Anthony, let's go, man. Let's see, Ryan. As a Raiders fan, I want Cam Ward next year. I have a very bad feeling we're going to go with Sanders. Ugh. I don't know, man. Like right now, if let's say the Raiders were in the draft and we can pick and both QBs are on the table, I would really hope that we went with Cam Ward, right? But that's just my feelings right now. And when we get closer to the draft and after I've watched more tape and done more research, I don't know how I'll feel at that point, right? But Hernan, I guess you're kind of late. What I think of the signing, I don't know. I give it a C. I give it a C because he's cheap and he's not Gardner Minshew. Because I don't want to see Gardner Minshew touch the football ever again as a Raider. Let's see, Anthony, the difference between these two QB, Minshew just straight trash. Aiden just isn't content. Well, can we really blame him? Doesn't play a lot. I was going to say doesn't know the system, but learning on the couch. I don't know, man. I think if he wanted Aiden, he got outvoted by Getsy and Telesco. We ended up with garbage Minshew, man. It is what it is, man. My 2 cents in the building. Salute. What's up, man? What's going on? It's not the same without my 2 cents in the building, man. Hendo, would you have rather the Raiders traded for Trey Lance or take the risk? Take what risk? Take the risk of getting Desmond Ridder? Because I don't want to trade for Trey Lance. I don't. Christian Perez, why don't we try out Bradley? If you did not watch the preseason, the first snaps that Carter Bradley got, they didn't even throw the ball. They were just only doing running plays. And then the next time he played, he threw it a little bit, but they had zero confidence in him at all. So, I mean, I think that's really what's going on, man. Chris for Raiders, there are now 6 teams needing a QB. And I was kind of afraid of that, right? Because moving into the season, it was like, all right, well, at least, there's not a lot of QB needy teams, and that's going to make our chances of getting a quarterback way better. Now there's 6 teams, right? So if there's 6 teams that are in search of a quarterback, that's nasty, man. That is not going to work out, we had 6 quarterbacks go in the top 10 this year, and I don't know that there's really 6 quarterbacks worth drafting in the top 10 next year. But yeah, it definitely makes it harder. So really, the higher we pick, the better. It is what it is. Salute to Eric for the follow. Yeah, Moose. Definitely our run game. Horrible, missing Jacobs. And I don't know that if we had Josh Jacobs that our running game would even be better. It might. But our O-line is like, I don't know if it's that the run scheme that Luke Getsy has is just trash. Chris, salute to you, man. I just happened to get to it first. That's all, man. Salute to you, man. But yeah, man, like it looks like our blocking is trash. Chase Boy would be crazy if Ritter comes out firing, though. And that's actually a possibility, right? We could see there could be a world where Desmond Ritter comes out and just starts slinging the rock. Like, look, we're 2-5, right? We're 2-5. Bring in Desmond Ritter. Get rid of this conservative play calling. Tell him go out there and have some fun, man. Throw the ball to Brock Bowers. Get Trey Tucker deep. Go for some runs. Do whatever the hell you want, man. Let's see what happens, man. John, we don't got a tank because we're playing like crap. Rick A with the follow salute, man. Yeah, a solid offensive line helps. The Raiders shield. You're right, man. And that's the thing, right? Antonio Pierce preached this whole thing about winning in the trenches, and we're not winning in the trenches, man. It's just not happening. Jeffrey, Josh Jacobs is getting less calories than some no shame on the Packers right now. He's not doing too well. Oh, I think you meant carries, less carries than some no name on the Packers. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, man. And Devontae Adams is going to have an awful season too. It is what it is, man. It's like Darren Waller. It's like we keep on moving on from players, and it looks like, oh no, we're losing this but then it's like, oh, they dwindle out. Like, when was the last time we had somebody besides Khalil Mack leave the Raiders and then play super good? Steve A with the follow salute, man. Salty Bruce A1 since day one. What's up with the follow? User with the follow. Appreciate it. Hope we pick Archie Manning. Isn't Archie Manning like gonna hit the draft in like 2 years? I don't want to wait that long. We're gonna lose key players on this team if we wait that long. And then he's not gonna have a team to play with. My 2 cents. Well, Desmond Ridder is definitely not the answer. We'll give a little credit for Coupon Tom getting someone in the door. And yes, we do got to give Coupon Tom some credit for that, because it at least gives us some kind of shred of some kind of hope, right? Of like, hey, let's see what goes on. Raider Nation, Desmond Ridder is not a rumor. It is true. It is in fact true that the Las Vegas Raiders have signed Desmond Ridder from the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. Yeah, Chris, some good time for some backyard football. Just let it rip, man. Heck, if they just let Gardner Minshew go in there and just let it rip, man, I think that he'd even do better. But, it is what it is. Few sick with the follow salute, man. Trade for Bryce Young, Woodson. I'm not doing that. Now, if you could pick up Bryce Young for like a 6th-round pick, sure, send him over. Luke Getsy will make sure his career never gets anywhere. Emmanuel Wilson or whoever he is look better for the Packers than Josh Jacobs. Ew. Yeah, man, I'd take Ridder over what we have for sure, right? And okay, I would rather have Aiden O'Connell than Desmond Ridder out there, right? But more will be revealed because Desmond Ridder might go out there and just totally like make us all shut up, right? The Mexican American kid from New Mexico State would be a fit for us. Who are you talking about, McLovin? I'm from New Mexico. I live in New Mexico, man. Who are you talking about? From New Mexico State. From the Aggies? Let me know, McLovin. Trying to find it. Jose Torres with the follow. Salute, man. I want to find this comment. McLovin, let me know, man. Our offense is garbage. Can't pass protect. Release everyone, but Powers on the O line. Glaze is good too, man. Really, it's James and Colton Miller that are messing up. All I know is they cannot let Minshew play. You are exactly right. Oh, really? Raman, New Mexico in the house? Pistol Pete, what's up? What's up? What do you think of the signing of Desmond Ridder? You're late to the show, man. But yeah, we've been talking about it. I'd say it's good, man. He's better than Gardner Minshew. At this point, anybody but Gardner Minshew. See, Jeffrey, if we didn't pick up Desmond Ryder, one guy I was interested in was Malik Willis. Malik Willis was one of those guys, man, that like there seemed to be so much hype around him, and then all of a sudden just flop, man. And I don't even know enough about that situation to really know. But somebody who had that much talent coming out of college could come over here and resurrect his career, maybe. But maybe not also, right? Yeah. Miggy who? We need rebuild from the coaches first, then the players. We all know where the problem is. Luke. Yeah, Luke needs to get the F out of here, man. So Christopher Raiders, Raider went 6-7 in his starts. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, Gardner Minshew went 8 for 9 last year, something like that. Aiden O'Connell was kind of in that same boat. So really, it's like they're all the same. Should have brought Tannehill. Total, I'm not paying that much money for Tannehill, man. I think that this was the cheap option and just bring in something and Woodson tank the season and draft Cam Ward. uh, Grogan Warren, we had a star line the last couple years. They messed it up. Our offensive line coordinator went over there to the Giants, man. And we shouldn't have let him walk. That's just what it is, right? We should have never let him walk, man. So look, I've already been on for 75 minutes, you guys. Salute to everybody that's been rocking with me. I definitely thought that this was going to be a short live, just jump on, talk some shit real quick. But you guys definitely made this show what it was, man. Salute to all y'all. I will not be on tomorrow for the Talk About Raiders Tuesday live that I usually do. Tomorrow is my son's birthday. He's turning 9 years old. And so I am going to be spending the day with my kid, man. That's it, man. It's all about, I took the day off from work. And that's that it is what it is, right? And so I also won't be available Friday. We're going to the pumpkin patch. I told you guys a couple weeks ago I was going to the pumpkin patch, but it didn't work out. Tickets sold out before we could snatch them up. So I bought some tickets in advance. I'll try to go live between now and Sunday, but if you guys don't see me, I will definitely be doing a watch party against the Chiefs. Come join me, man. Come join me. With that being said, man, I will say what I always say. I love you, nation. I'll catch